The YNOT Deploy is a durable 15-liter packable day pack that is great for the road. It actually wears like a real backpack versus some of those other compressible bags out there, and that's what we really like about it. I'm Tom, the founder of Pack Hacker, where we use our expertise and real-world experience to provide practical resources and honest opinions, guiding you towards smarter travel. So let's jump right into the YNOT Deploy. The look of the Deploy is sleek and minimal, and it does actually feel like a regular daily driver backpack while you're wearing it around. This is a big contrast to other packable day packs on the market that use a thinner, meshier material and ripstop nylon. These typically don't hold their shape that well, but the YNOT Deploy does a really great job at that because it's a bit more structured than your typical packable day pack. We chose the black and reflective version, and I personally was just about to go for that multicam because I personally like the way it looks, but I don't think I'm there yet. I'm not quite there to pull that off. There are a ton of other color options on the site in addition to just black, and with those colors, sometimes the material changes as well. So here's the materials lineup. We've got either 600D Tough Duck, 1000D Cordura, or 10.10 ounce Heritage Waxed Canvas. From a branding perspective, there is a small minimalistic tag on this thing featuring YNOT's branding, which is a condensed and bold typeface because why not? We think the Deploy looks slick. However, aesthetics are always in the eyes of the beholder. That's why we polled our Instagram audience to get their thoughts. It turns out a lot of people like the way that this pack looks. So to wrap up the materials, we have a Duraflex rotating acetyl snap hook for use when the bag is compressed. And basically that's just a hook with a clip on it. Very fancy technical terms going on. There are automotive grade seatbelt straps on the Deploy as well. This is a great design for a smaller pack. However, a lot of other packable day packs that we've seen feature a breathable air mesh with a little bit of padding. And when in hot weather, you're wearing a tank, this is skin to skin, it's gonna definitely pick up a lot more sweat than would the air mesh straps on a smaller packable day pack. YNOT pulls together all of these materials in Toronto, Canada to create the Deploy. This small bespoke brand also offers a lifetime warranty, so they really stand behind their products, although we have not needed to test this warranty yet in our 2 months of testing. Starting in the compressed state, the YNOT Deploy is a small square pancake that's stuffed into its own front pocket. All of the fabric is held inside with a number 8 YKK 8C zipper that is double-sided. Next to that, we have that Duraflex swivel buckle that's gonna be great for clipping this to the interior of your pack, the exterior, or something else, or to hold keys inside of it or other hookable items, because when you do unfold this, which I'll show you in a second, this is actually inside of that front pocket for some additional organization. And then there's a nylon loop tab at the other corner as well. And this comes in handy, again, if you just wanna hang it on a carabiner or something like that, you don't wanna use this Duraflex clip. Another little hack that it does is when the bag is uncompressed, you can grab that tab, pull it, and it makes it a lot faster and easier to fully compress. So a nice little hack from YNOT there. One note is that this bag is slightly bulkier when fully compressed compared to other packable day packs on the market. And that's the price that you pay for the durable materials that match an ordinary EDC backpack. Also, when fully compressed, there is some extra room on the sides. So this thing isn't fully jammed in. It is easy to get in, but the space isn't entirely perfectly optimized, and we think that's something to maybe consider for the next version of the Deploy. However, we do understand that this is how the template is cut because that front pocket is basically the size of this little square pancake. To uncompress the bag, simply unzip the zippers and pull the rest of the fabric out as well as the straps. It's super easy and takes no time at all. So that small square that we just unpacked is the dimension of this front pocket, and that's just a nice little partition to hold things outside of the main liter capacity of the YNOT Deploy. A lighter or more compressible jacket fits well into this front pocket in a pinch. One note is that the bigger zipper pulls on this thing can be a little bit hard to fully close. Sometimes that big zipper pull can get in the way of closing this pocket. That's a really minor nitpick, but that's why our channel's here, because we like to pick up on all those little details. Moving on to the harness system, starting with the webbing loop on the top here. It is a simple grab handle as well as a way to hang up the pack, pretty standard. The entire system here seems sturdy and reinforced. And I personally like how they have handled the seatbelt design here. So it folds over, they stitch it, and then they attach it to that nylon strap. Plus the seatbelt straps are pretty easily adjustable due to the plastic hardware here, as well as a small loop on the bottom to grab onto for extra grip if you want to use that. Moving on to that main compartment, the YKK number 8C zippers open up horseshoe style here. And basically what that is it just kind of stops on the sides here. It doesn't go all the way down fully clamshell, but you have enough room to access the main liter capacity of the pack. We generally recommend using packing cubes and pouches for organizing larger pieces of travel gear. And with the YNOT Deploy, we would have these same recommendations. Using something with padded protection like the GoRuck padded field pocket will not only help protect your gear from this already thin material going on here, but will also keep things in their shapes and prevent stuff from poking into your back as you're wearing this thinner material backpack. At the time of this review, I've been using the YNOT Deploy for about 2 months between Detroit, Amsterdam, and here in Porto, Portugal. In that time, it's been a great little compressible workhorse. One thing to note here is that these standard coil zippers can come undone a little bit more than we would want. With most of the bags that I test, I like to have both zippers on the center near the top. However, when it is like this on the YNOT Deploy, it can start to unzip if it's filled up with a bunch of heavy items. One thing that I've found is that this does not happen when these zippers are on the side. So if they're on the side, it is completely safe. Wondering a little bit here why YNOT decided to opt for the coil zipper versus the racket coil zipper that is popular in a lot of bags and luggage. It's a bit of a stronger zipper with a stronger bond, doesn't quite come as unzipped quite as easily. One other small nitpick is that the reflector piece on the YNOT Deploy is picking up marks and scuffs and crinkles a little bit faster than any other area of the pack. So just note that this is the only color that comes with the reflector version. However, we're always gonna point out these nitpicks because we just love drilling into things. Other than that, the pack has held up solidly and it looks beautiful and is just really a joy to use on the day-to-day. So to wrap this thing up with some pros and cons, this looks and feels like a daily driver backpack, even though it's compressible. It compresses and uncompresses quite easily. On some other packable day packs, you are really stuffing that in for a while. And lastly, the durable materials and solid craftsmanship come together to create a really great little packable pack. On to some of the cons, these zippers are a little bit weak, especially when the pack is filled to the brim. The seatbelt shoulder straps can run hotter than the mesh alternatives. Lastly, this is larger than other packable day packs we've seen in its compressed state, plus the compressed size isn't completely optimized either. The YNOT Deploy is a simply designed, sleek-looking packable day pack that's perfect for using as a daily driver to complement your larger luggage or backpack when you're on the road. Although the compressibility is a tad larger than expected, and we've had some nitpicks with the main zipper, the Deploy is a highly functional bag that's crafted well using some great high-quality materials. So there you have it, the YNOT Deploy. Please let me know in the comments what you think of this bag, as we love hearing your thoughts. Some of the best ideas come from you, the community. So thanks a lot for checking out this review. This is from Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next one.